Ready, and here we go. Almost here we go. Hey, it's tour date time as always to start out the podcast. I'll be in Lewiston, Idaho, for Dis Casillas. You guys should do that gig. That's coming up here on the 23rd of October, and then a couple nights later, Sunday the 25th, I'm going to be doing the Lounge at the End of the Universe in Boise, Idaho. Before all that, next I'm in Austin, Texas, at some
Vulcan Gas
cool
Company.
bar, Vulcan Gas Company. Yeah, Andrew's doing that as well, right? And Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, the very last week of the month for Halloween. If they just were told they can be open and do shows. The rules are like 50% capacity and no more than 250 people. So the LA Comedy Club's like, cool. And then they're like, oh, also the first row has to be 25 feet from the stage. And they're like, well, that's the entire depth of our comedy club. So that's not
Welcome to
happen.
doing a Yoder gig in the Midwest.
Hey,
we got this casino, but
not gonna
40
work.
people are 500 feet from the stage.
There's going to be a dance floor.
There's a dance floor with balloons.
Anyhow, that's what I
Very
got. It was a
exciting.
pretty full October. That's all October, yeah.
Yeah, October 22nd, Cave Junction, Oregon, at the Wild River Pub, and then the 23rd and 24th, Grants Pass, Oregon, where the last time I was there, Phil did way better than me because he's not a dumb hippie liberal like I am. And,
Let me ask you this, just real quick, Andrew. Isn't Wild River in Grants Pass?
well, there's the Wild River Pub.
Mm-hmm.
They have like 3 locations. So they have Grants
you do
Pass,
multiple
Cave
nights?
Junction. So you do one night in Cave
Oh.
Junction if you pay attention. So you do a Thursday night in Cave Junction and a Friday,
pays
Saturday
attention.
in Grants Pass. And that's
yeah.
October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Have they been going? Has that big gig been going this whole time?
It just started. I'm the
Oh,
first one they booked for some reason. Probably
Oh,
just
man.
because I bugged the lady a few times and I was like, what's going on down there?
She's like, yeah, we'll see.
For all of our listeners, that other voice is there's another person.
Phil? Yeah.
A guest today. First guest on the pod. Phil
I don't know how to say his name.
Kopczynski. Oh,
Okay.
right.
He's
And
just
he's
drunk.
got tour dates as well in October. What are you doing in October?
I have tour date.
Tour date.
Yeah, the amount that I
Taking
was.
his wife out for lunch.
Yeah. It's just if I took my wife to a comedy gig, I think we'd get divorced. That's the best advice I can give anyone is take your wife out to the winery gig, but don't take her to the gig. Let her just stay at the hotel, the bed and breakfast that they put you in. No, all my efforts are in one gig. It's Sandpoint Honey Social Eatery. So
okay.
one gig a month. I would have been a hobbyist. Now I'm like a working comic in a new world. So that's nice.
Careful what you call yourself. You
Also,
might get audited. And
yeah, you
lose
can't
a
be
lot of
calling yourself a
money.
hobbyist, right?
Don't use that word
Around
on any.
Cory.
Oh yeah. How's that
Triggered.
audit going, buddy?
Oh, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Also, Austin, Texas, Vulcan Gas Company, October 29th. Minneapolis, Minnesota, House of Comedy, November 5th through 8th. Oklahoma City, Bricktown Comedy Club, November 12th through 14th.
How about that?
And potentially Georgia in December.
Georgia.
We're taking it week by week. We don't the world's gonna end on November 3rd, maybe. So I just want to get these dates in as quick as we can.
If Coeur d'Alene, Idaho goes, I do need to say this. If Coeur d'Alene, Idaho goes into some kind of anarchy rule, there are no refunds. I am keeping the money.
You sell it on Eventbrite?
So if you buy okay, great. What?
Brown paper tickets.
There you go, brown paper tickets to see Phil Kop-sin-ski.
And then after you bring your wife to that show, you'll need a brown paper bag for your face for embarrassment.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'll need a cardboard box to live in is what I'll need.
You need a brown paper bag for all your stuff after
Aren't
the
there
divorce.
better?
All right.
Aren't there better trash things for people who are homeless to live in than cardboard? Doesn't that seem like a?
Oh, I mean, it's affordable. You know, it's green.
Yeah, that's true. But there's other. Yeah,
Get a
it's
tent
green.
from
It's green.
REI.
Yeah, can't they just go down
Homeless
and
people
buy
are
a
real
tent
carried
from
away.
REI?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind
Homeless
of whatever's in
people-
the dumpster. You know.
Bunch of idiots.
People, they're known for their care for the environment. That's all they.
Yeah, they
They're big
get a carbon
recyclers.
tax credit for for choosing green materials.
I told.
What about when they
Aubrey,
dump all of their belongings and their garbage on the side of the road or whatever?
Yeah, that's super. I used to tell Aubrey, my ex-wife, that I was like, oh, I think I'd be good at like being homeless. I have ingenuity, and I would like get a like I'm pretty responsible. And I go to the library.
I'm
and I would
already
do
an
a lot of
alcoholic.
stuff, and
It's
I would
fine.
do, and I would do a gym membership and use some money that way. And she's like, those are all the reasons you're not homeless. Like you're very responsible. And she's like, there's a lot of people who would be good at being homeless. They are called homeowners. All
Yeah.
of those people would be really good at it if they were forced into it. Not my. Oh, he's frozen. Oh no, he just didn't laugh. Damn it.
See, I wanted someone. This is why I invited a guest to prove that Cory wasn't funny.
Well, that wasn't my
be
joke.
like-
That was Aubrey Davis's joke. Track her down. She's not a comedian. Shall we?
Shall we get
Yeah,
to the
alright.
jokes?
Here.
You got your scripts, Phil?
No,
Just kidding.
I was given no prep except a
Yeah.
text.
Just laugh. I mean, you've already seen the jokes anyway, so it doesn't matter. Phil's our ghostwriter / cuck we mentioned on the last episode.
Yeah,
There he
only
is.
say that if you get good feedback. Oh my God, that's terrible. Sorry, I just was gonna try to. Make
We don't
myself
want
look
any
better.
feedback on this podcast. Well, oh yeah, he's the cuck. Is that what you're saying? Ghost Rider cuck?
Yep.
That he washed his face. He washed his face for this episode.
It's impressive.
No blackface.
The level of commitment.
Good guy. All right, 3-second pause. Here we go.
Hey, welcome back to Homeschool with Cory Michaelis and Andrew Rivers. I am the latter, obviously, the sexy one. It's the podcast where you learn nothing and alienate yourself from society. Boy, I must have slept on a my pillow this week because my dreams are coming true. President Trump caught coronavirus. How could this happen? He was so careful.
Yeah, not hard with all these fundraisers. Somebody probably coughed on a check. I was surprised they sent me the news via Amber Alert, though. That seems like a little much, huh?
Yeah. When RBG passed away, they held a candlelight vigil at the Supreme Court. So I guess we'll all light a bunch of candles and head to Arby's.
Let's just go to Wendy's. It's already on fire, so.
Yeah, Trump catching coronavirus is scary, but I mean, he's in all the at-risk categories. You know, he's old, he's fat, he's got pre-existing conditions, you know, bone spurs.
No, he's going to be fine. He's in great shape. He doesn't even break a sweat when he walks back to his golf cart. So,
Yeah.
Trump is being criticized for a photo op of him signing a blank piece of paper while maskless. I'm just glad he signed a blank piece of paper and not another racist executive order masked as progress.
That's the only mask he loves wearing. But Trump's followers aren't worried about him dying from COVID because they think he'll just rise again in 3 days. Boom. Best joke of the
Great
week. How was your week, Cory? Did you watch that shit show in the middle of the week?
Oh, the presidential debate.
Oh, no. Thursday Night Football, the Jets and Broncos. Just the two worst possible choices to spotlight on national television. I mean, it wasn't entertaining. It wasn't funny. It actually made me worried about the direction of this country, but I'm glad I was drunk.
That sounds like the debate. It was like watching two 0-3 NFL teams, just like turnover after turnover, fumbling sentences, definitely some brain injuries, and probably coronavirus.
Absolutely. Yeah, Cam Newton just tested positive this week.
Oh, really? For narcissistic personality disorder?
Nah, we already knew that. Coronavirus.
Oh, just now two things he has in common with Donald Trump. I see.
Yeah. 2 hours before the debate started, Trump's campaign actually sent out an email claiming victory in the debate, which was convenient because then I didn't have to watch it. And sounds like a lot of people didn't watch it. TV ratings were down from 2016. Guess that's what happens when you make it political.
Yeah, I wish they would make it political. The only thing that I learned is that joining the Proud Boys makes your parents super disappointed.
Yeah. Everyone is calling it a dumpster fire, which is a little disrespectful to dumpster fires. At least a dumpster fire gets rid of garbage. But I think it's more like a forest fire, because the fires are worse than ever because we put other fires out. And, watching these two old growths out there trying to fit their 60-second sound bites for TikTok made me think maybe a lower life expectancy is better for us. Just like raking the floors of a forest, it's better for nature if you let things die sometimes.
Yeah, make America rake again, right?
Absolutely. Trump is probably more of a leaf blower guy. He likes the wind in his hair.
Oh, beautiful. Me too. At least we can say for sure neither candidate was on performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah, well, at least not enough. I didn't see any earpieces, but I do bet Trump hears voices in his head.
I bet.
I mean, am I supposed to fall for this stuff? Joe Biden is a thought leader in politics. The Biden plan sounds like when your dad gets old and you start dividing up his stuff. Hey, Dad's talking to plants. Time to start working on our Biden plan.
Oh. I hope my dad left me his mail-in ballot, right? Because I will use it to vote for Biden twice in a heartbeat. As long as my dad doesn't have a heartbeat, right? It's twice as fast as Joe Biden's heartbeat.
Oh, when it's non-existent? That's good.
Sleepy
Make
Joe.
sure you go to joebiden.com and get your Shut Up Man t-shirt. It's very presidential. We've turned presidents into road comics. This is ridiculous. Who says the debates are worthless? You get paid in exposure and you sell t-shirts.
Ooh. Brad Parscale, Trump's former campaign manager, was hospitalized after threatening himself and his family with a weapon. We don't like making jokes about this kind of thing. Mental health is a serious issue, and we hope he has Obamacare so he can get that help that he needs. But it looks like he has a pre-existing condition. Trump staffer.
Yeah. Body camera footage released shows police tackling Brad to the pavement, who was shirtless, drunk, and not being aggressive. But plot twist, he's white. Yeah, but he was threatening a Trump supporter himself.
Ah. Well, the police take it very seriously when you threaten a white supremacist group, huh?
Who was he threatening?
Oh, the Trump campaign.
Hey, Supreme Court news. Democrats are upset that Amy Barrett didn't disclose her support for an anti-abortion ad in 2006. They claim it shows bias that a judge should not have. Could be scary times ahead for women's health, If they overturn Roe versus Wade, this could be devastating. Cory, you'll have to start using condoms again.
Ugh, gross. You never know what kind of disease you'll catch from those condoms, right? Could be one of those reusable ones from Vietnam. They were 17 cents for every pound that woman was able to recycle. You hear about this story? 17 cents
deal.
a pound? That's like 1,000 regular-sized condoms and 2,000 of my condoms.
Because they're very small. Half size. That's right. Don't reuse condoms. Learn from Cory's mistakes. They're so cute. What are their names again?
Oh, I call this one Spring Break, and this one Let Me Film It. My two deductions.
Speaking of 6 inches for $5, the Supreme Court ruled that bread at Subway restaurants contains too much sugar to legally be defined as bread.
Oh, really? That was from the Ireland Supreme Court, by the way. The U.S. Supreme Court is still working on a ruling for Mexican pizza and whether women are people. All right.
Are they?
It hasn't been ruled upon yet. More embarrassing news. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh. I don't even call her by her last name. Falsely claimed that Amy Coney Barrett is a Rhodes Scholar, but she just went to Rhodes College in Memphis. That's not the same.
Yeah, by that standard, I'm a Rhodes Scholar also. I've been to Rhode Island and I learned a lot.
Oh, like what'd you learn?
My comedy shows are not profitable.
Oh,
I can
okay.
only draw 45 people.
Oh, I see. The other lie they're trying to get out there is that Trump claims mail-in ballots were found in a river, but at the press briefing they couldn't name which river it was, so the reporter could follow up on the story. That's
I think
crazy.
I know what river it was.
Oh,
Denial.
oh yeah. More like Schitt's Creek.
I've never seen the show.
Oh man, you're out of touch. It won like 15 Emmys. It's great.
Oh, well, speaking of out of touch, Corey, call your children.
Okay, all right. It's 2 phone calls. Ugh.
It's a lot.
I actually got audited for 2017, by the way.
How many kids did you claim?
Oh, no, I made so little money at comedy, the auditor considered me a hobbyist instead. Seems like our president isn't really a shrewd businessman. He's just a hobbyist.
Well, he's certainly making a lot of money at the presidency, so.
Well, he gives it all
But
back
at least
to
we
the
know,
government.
yeah, we know none of your deductions were for hairstyling.
That's true. The tax records show Trump got $15 million to be a pitch man for Serta Mattress Company, which is kind of weird because he is the main reason I can't get to sleep at night.
Obama was at the NBA Finals, but thankfully only virtually. He was sitting next to Shaq and James Worthy. That's a tough middle seat.
Yeah, it's big men. Party City removed a Robert E. Lee costume from its shelves after complaints that it was too sexy.
Oh, that's the complaint. All right. Football was
Beard.
crazy this week. Yeah. Oh, man. Just turned on by
Football was
racists.
crazy?
Yeah, football was crazy. I
Okay.
think being a Seahawks fan is taking years off of my life. If I get COVID, they're going to say I died of pre-existing conditions. They'll be like, that's not a COVID death. That's a Seahawks fan. You're not allowed to mark that box. He had heart problems and anxiety. The Seahawks did most of the work.
This is terrible for him. Eight NFL players from the Tennessee Titans tested positive for coronavirus. It sounds like coronavirus remembers the Titans. Earlier this week,
I wish
Trump
we had a laugh track.
was nominated for his third Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, man, I'd say he has a better shot at winning the Heisman.
I think I have a better chance at winning a Heisman.
I think you have a better chance at breaking a hymen. Well, I don't know. I don't believe that joke.
Well, it's a weird.
It's hard to
it's,
deliver.
you know,
right?
not feeling great about it, but you know. Speaking of pussies, top Trump aide Hope Hicks tested positive for COVID-19, which prompted Trump to immediately get tested later that day. But he had to wait to get results. I mean, if the president can't get rapid results, what hope do we have, you know? But it's nice to know the president gets his COVID test at City MD like the rest of us.
Yeah. Hashtag Melania tapes was trending on Twitter recently, and I thought we might get our first Trump sex tape, but no, it's just
Bummer.
phone calls where she was complaining about having to put up Christmas decorations. You hear that? It's only October, but the war on Christmas has already begun. It's coming from inside the White House.
Oh, boy. The social dilemma is causing a bunch of my friends to delete their social media this week.
I think they just blocked you.
Oh, that's probably true. I mean, if the robots want to take over, they don't have to start a war. They just need to stop remembering our bank passwords for us. Every time I clear my cookies, it takes me 30 tries to log back into Facebook.
It started with the cell phones. You know, you didn't remember anyone's phone number. I don't know anybody's phone number. If I go to jail and I get one phone call, I'm not gonna be able to call anybody. 911 is the only number I know.
You're
That's not
already
gonna
there.
help you. One day Google Chrome is gonna be like, "Gee, what was your bank password? We can't remember. Guess all of your money is ours now."
My least favorite part of Facebook is that it's not learning what I like fast enough. Sometimes I check Facebook and it's the same 6 posts I saw earlier in the day and didn't like. And it's like opening a fridge and expecting new food to appear, but it's just a bunch of rotten apples.
Good analogy. Wait, you're friends with police officers?
Just a couple. Canada is easing border restrictions next week to allow reunification. Finally, I can go see my girlfriend up in Canada.
Oh, who's that?
You wouldn't know her. She's totally real, though.
Okay. Doesn't go to a different school or whatever.
Nah,
Oh.
just up in Canada.
No, it does remind me that our
She's
this
out of
week-
school.
Good to know. I gotta break her hymen. That reminds me that this week's sponsor is Canada Dry. Not just a beverage, it's also the nickname for Andrew's girlfriend's vagina. All right. And hopefully we get... Hey, Phil, you're still here. I didn't hear you.
Holy shit! Have I been on? I didn't know I was here. So have I been on during the vaudeville part of the show the whole time?
The vaudeville part of the show, yeah. Yeah, we thought you made a
Silent-
left because
the
we didn't
silent
hear any
film?
laughter, but yeah.
I don't know if I can. Am I only heard right now, or am I also seen?
you're-
We can take your face off of it if you prefer that.
No. I just want to know. It's
No.
You're both. You were heard during that whole time, and we're
Yeah, especially when you go, best amazing joke I wrote. Best joke.
best joke of the week. And you're seen, but I mean, this is the scene part's only for Patreon at this point. So and maybe YouTube, right?
Yeah.
but
post
anyway,
the
hi.
beginnings on